Hello and welcome to another episode of Startup Hustle Middle East. Today we're here at STEP Conference, and today Nuwa Capital has launched. So we've got Khaled, who's the managing partner over here, to tell us a little bit more about this new VC firm that started and how they're different from some of the other VC firms that are out here. So thank you for being on the show, Khaled.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for that.
All right, cool. So Nuwa Capital, tell us about it. What's the elevator pitch?
So, in a nutshell, we've been doing VC in the region for the past 12 years. We've invested in hundreds of companies and seen some great stories emerge. But, we're very cognizant of the challenges of the region.
Okay.
The region still lacks mature capital market for startups. And I think what I really wanted to create, myself and the team, as we kind of set this out, is build a new venture firm with the founders at the center of it. So solving for all the founders' requirements, their needs, and really kind of focus on being true partners to the founders.
Okay.
So the first thing we want to do was understand that the most valuable insights founders tend to get are from other founders, particularly founders who've already gone through the journey and have achieved success.
Right.
So I wanted to kind of democratize access to these founders and create a structured way where startups can talk to the best founders that have accomplished like great things in the past.
Yeah.
So I brought together a small group of some of the region's leading founders. Hussam Arab from Namshi.com, Samih Tuqan, Hussam Khouri from Maktoob and Souq.com, Rabia Ataya from Bayt, Noor Al-Hassan from Terjama. And I really wanted them to kind of help support any future portfolio we invest in.
Absolutely.
And their role really is to give strategic guidance, to really mentor on a very strategic level to those kind of underlying portfolio companies. The other thing we realized was, operating in our region is tough. It's complicated, it's difficult. There are all sorts of issues. So how do we solve for the more tactical issues? So
operational issues?
Operational issues, exactly.
Yeah.
So we created a network of operational partners that are subject matter experts from operations, logistics, product, tech, recruitment, corporate finance, and legal. And these are people who are made available to the portfolio companies. They're top of their field. They might not be entrepreneurs necessarily, but they're people who are operators.
So you provide the operations side to the entrepreneurs? Or
as much as they want. So they can access operating support from this network of operating partners.
At a preferred rate?
No, for free.
For free?
For free. We pay for it. Right?
Okay.
That's the point.
All right. That's interesting.
So we're not looking to make a little margin on supporting entrepreneurs. We make money when the entrepreneurs make money. That's the model.
Right. So as an entrepreneur, if I'm lacking in, say, the tech department or something, you guys will come in and provide operational support in terms of tech.
Yes.
That's part of the investment.
That's part of what we do.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
The other thing we want to do is really build a meaningful partnership with the founders and entrepreneurs we invest in. So what we've done is every single CEO of a portfolio company we invest in, we will give some of our funds upside, some of our funds carried interest to that founder, because we want that founder in the future to work with other founders and to become part of our founder network in the future.
Ah, interesting. So you're giving them equity into the fund?
Yes, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Well, upside in the fund, but it's effectively the same, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think that's ever been done before. So the more mature founders who you want to bring on as advisors to the other portfolio companies that you have, that's who you're giving?
No, every company, so they will get that as well, but every company we invest in, the founder of that company will get upside in our fund.
Oh, wow. So any of the other companies that are successful, they make some upside out of that too.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's to kind of really it's notional, it's really to kind of create a sense of collective in the ecosystem that we want to build. And in future, we want those people to be part of our wider network, so they give back to the founders, to our future portfolio companies in turn. Lastly, a difference to the model, we have the Faisaliya Group, which is the Saudi conglomerate, as our core partners in the group and one of our early investors. And as part of that, they will help accelerate startups into Saudi and in their corporate verticals.
Okay.
So those are kind of the key elements that I think differentiate us. Right?
So you get access to their corporate network.
Yeah, exactly.
You get access to people on the ground in Saudi as well.
Exactly, and to kind of move companies easily between here and Saudi. As you know, like
that's very challenging.
Biggest pain point is scaling into Saudi. We think we've solved for that problem quickly.
Well, that's very cool. That's a challenge we are facing as well. We were looking to expand into Saudi. It's very challenging.
Yes, I think you have to always work with the right partner there.
Yeah, very interesting. So, so what kind of companies are you looking to invest in?
So I think quick focus is we do MENA, Turkey, East Africa, and Pakistan. So wide net. We do seed through Series B.
Okay.
The size of funds up to $100 million, but we'll get going investing from our warehouse facility immediately. So we're investing from now.
Okay.
We would really want to invest in incredible founders. Our core is to invest in the best founders that are available. So that's kind of what we're particularly interested in. Sector-wise, I think we'll do fintech, and then we have a lot of derivatives within the fintech sector that we're interested in.
Okay.
We want to do enablers of e-commerce, not necessarily e-commerce, but like what is driving the growth of that industry. We want to invest in the infrastructure that drives it. We want to invest in a new segment called DTC, direct to consumer.
Okay.
These are brands cross-segment that leverage technology to go to create direct to consumer. Think beauty, think cosmetics, think F&B. We want to kind of build new brands that leverage technology platforms for distribution.
Okay.
Used to be called, private label years ago or white label. Now we want to kind of do the next iteration of that. And we really believe that there's a coming wave of SaaS that's entering the region. We're really excited in that. Particularly like Turkey is very interesting in that respect.
Okay.
But also in the GCC and MENA, there's like good opportunities in the SaaS segment.
Okay, that's very interesting. So you guys have a pretty wide portfolio: fintech, direct to consumer, e-commerce.
Yeah.
Since you said you were looking to invest in founders, what do you think makes a good founder for a company?
Really, first founders that are looking to solve for big problems, really. Like people who are tackling big questions with bold solutions, right? That's really important for us. Second thing that's really important for us is people who are, transformational in their thinking, right? They want to kind of reset, reshape, reimagine, reinvent industries. That really matters to us.
Okay.
I think we also want to think about how we build industries, founders that are products of the industry, that they've seen that industry and they've seen how they want to reshape it. So we like mid-career professionals, people who are like exiting industries because they've had another view as to how to do it.
Okay. All right.
We like founders who failed before. That's always a plus. Who've done it before. Not that many, but really interesting. There's also now a new crop of founders that are alumni of the big tech success stories, like the alumni of Souq or the alumni of Kareem, etc.
We're looking new ventures.
Yeah.
Okay. So if somebody wants to apply, what is the process like at Nuwa to apply to get funding?
Well, we're just kind of ramping up, but you can email me at Khaled@nuwacapital.io, or you can go to our website.
Are you sure you want to give that email address?
Yeah, they can reach me anytime. I think one thing we want to try, and as a VC for the past 12 years, one of my biggest challenges is not being accessible enough, right? Or being responsive enough is the other. So what I'm going to try very hard to do is figure out how do I respond quickly and how do I, how are we transparent with the people that we work with.
Okay. So, but at what stage of company are you looking? Like when you say seed, how much of a product should they have?
At product MVP stage is when we say seed, and just looking to launch in market.
So, what general mistakes do you find that people make when they try to pitch to you?
I mean, there's a lot there. I think everything from really unclear description of the solution of the product, real overemphasis on who the co-investors are rather than themselves or the team. Sometimes the value proposition is not well articulated, that's important. Sometimes very long, keep your presentation. It should be something you can describe in 2 slides, or in 5 minutes, right? That's always critical. So there's a lot. None of these are fatal, by the way. I think people overemphasize that these are kind of issues, but I think, the entrepreneurial base is fast maturing and becoming much more.
I think there's a lot more information out there as
Absolutely,
well.
yeah.
And we try to help our listeners also with that. I mean, that's kind of one of the things.
Happy to. And I'd love to kind of see if we can be helpful in other ways as well.
Yeah,
to all your listeners, Because we'll not just be a fund, we want to do a lot of ecosystem building. So produce a lot of content on our site around like support for entrepreneurs more broadly, right? Not just our portfolio.
Sure, it'd be great to have some of your mentors from Nuwa come on the show and talk about their experience of building companies out here in the region. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate
being on the show.
Awesome.
And all the best with Nuwa.
Thanks.
All right. Cheers.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank you for them.